Today we're going to talk about communicating your results. This is one of the most important parts of your job as a data scientist, is to communicate your results effectively to your target audience. We'll talk about reports, presentations, and an elevator pitch. Written reports. Some key takeaways here. Do not be boring. Even in a written report, it does not need to be boring. It should be easy to read, it should tell a story, and it should be organized around that story. You should include your key visualizations, but not every single thing you try. So only include the visualizations that help tell the story. You should also have a format that others can open, either a PDF or an HTML. Try to stay away from the .doc because not everyone has a Word license. Use good grammar and sentence structure. You should have someone proofread it. There should be enough of a storyline there and words. Don't just cobble together code chunks, but explain all the different aspects of your story. Now, you should start with, why should I care? Why should I even bother to read this? Right? So motivate your reader from the beginning with why this is an important topic. Discuss where your data is from. Where did you get it? And what does it tell you? Analysis and visualizations. What is your conclusions? And finally, how could these results be wrong or incomplete? So, moving on to presentations, again, don't be boring. Be organized. Tell your story. Be sure when you're making your presentation that you make eye contact with your audience. If you're having to do it over Zoom or some other online format, try to make camera contact because that's what your audience will perceive as eye contact. Some presentation don'ts. Don't be boring. Don't read all of your slides. You shouldn't have lots of words on your slides. If there's too many words on the slides, the audience gets lost in trying to read those slides and is not listening to you. You don't want to be monotone. You don't want to just drone on like this reading your slides because it's boring. Okay? So don't go over your time limit and don't overwhelm your audience with too many similar visualizations. Pick just a few that they can focus on that are going to tell your story. You also don't want to go over your audience's heads in the sense of too technical a detail that the audience can't understand. So you want to make it so that they can understand it. So do include pictures to make your main points because pictures will give more information about the subject than a lot of text or tables that the audience can't read. So target your talk to the audience. If they're high school students, then you need to target it at that level. Do be enthusiastic. If you don't care about your subject, no one else will. Practice your presentation in advance so that you know what's coming next and what kind of main points you want to cover and also for how long it's going to take. Do maintain eye contact. You can also use whiteboards and other options like live coding, videos, anything like that to mix up your presentation. Last but not least, we're going to talk about the elevator pitch. Now, the elevator pitch is something you can explain in like a minute or less. So think about you're on an elevator with somebody going up just a couple of floors and they say, "Oh, what do you do?" or "What are you working on?" So you want to be able to explain it to a non-technical person what you're doing. So think maybe your 13-year-old niece or nephew or cousin, and keep it short, about 1 minute. We're going to practice some of these things in your assessment for this week. Good luck. I look forward to hearing it.